is the National Cancer Society Malaysia. You've reached the Cancer Information Service. How can I help you? Hello, this is the National Cancer Society Malaysia. You've reached the Cancer Information Service. How can I help you? Hello, this is the National Cancer Society Malaysia. You've reached the Cancer Information Service. How can I help you?
everyone. Hi everyone. I'm Michelle. I'm a dietitian from National Cancer Society Malaysia. So thank you everyone for your time to join this section. So today is Tuesday at 9 p.m. is our bi-weekly Busting Cancer Nutrition Myth. So do you guys still remember that the topic that we discussed a bit before? It was about soy. If you have not watched it, please remember to go and watch it on your YouTube channel or right here on our Facebook page. And please give us a like and subscribe and share it with your circle, and it will definitely be beneficial for all of us. And then, as usual, if you have any question you want to ask about the today's topic, you can drop it inside the comment box, and I will address you at the end of our live during our Q&A section. So without further delay, let's start with our today's topic, which is milk. So why do we need milk? And actually, what is inside the milk? So as we all know that milk is a protein source, and the function of the protein is it can help to maintain or build the muscle and repair the tissue cell. For example, like if you have wound or you are undergoing cancer treatment, in order for you to heal faster, I mean like the wound heal faster, you need to get more protein as it can help to repair the tissue cell. And then next is milk. Do contain vitamin D as well. But the vitamin D in the milk, usually is in the fortified form, meaning that it is added into the milk. You cannot find it naturally from the milk itself. It is being added to the milk, and vitamin D plays a important role in the body's ability to absorb the calcium and support the overall bone health. And then next, inside the milk, we do have the calcium as well. Calcium is a key mineral that makes up the significant portion of the bone tissue. So when you have adequate calcium intake, it can help to maintain the bone density by providing necessary building blocks for the bone formation and repair. So not only that, it also essential for bone growth, particularly during the childhood and also adolescence when the bones are still developing, and actually is quite important to building the strong and healthy bones during these critical growth periods. Other than that, calcium can also help to regulate the balance between the bone formation and bone resorption. Bone resorption means is a natural process, where the old bone tissue, is broken down and replaced with a new bone. So an adequate calcium intake can help to reduce the excessive bone resorption, which can lead to the weakened bones and thus osteoporosis. We can also found the vitamin B12 in the milk. Vitamin B12 is an essential nutrient for humans as it plays a important role in the formation of our red blood cell and neurological functions such as the maintenance and health of the nerve cell. So milk can be obtained from many different sources. So from here, we can divide it into two, which are the plant-based milk alternative. In short form, we call it as a PBMA, and animal-based milk. So for plant-based milk, we also know it as a non-dairy or dairy-free milk. Is derived from various plant sources, and these milk are suitable for individuals who are lactose intolerant and then have dairy allergies, or they follow a vegan or plant-based diet, or they just simply prefer non-animal milk options. And then for animal based milk, actually is obtained from the mammals, and then primarily domesticated animals raised specifically from the milk production. So here are the examples of the PBMA. So milk that is made from the grains, okay, such as we have the oat milk and also the rice milk. Whereas for the nuts, okay, we have cashew nuts milk, almond milk, and then for the legumes, okay, we have the pea milk and also the soy milk. Yeah, soy milk do under the legumes, yeah. And then we also have the seeds milk, which is the sesame milk and also the hemp milk. Okay, and then okay, so for the PBMA, or we call it as a plant-based meal, okay, usually okay fortified with the vitamins and minerals such as the calcium and also the vitamin D and A, so that it has a similar nutrient composition as the animal-based milk. Okay, so now let's have a look at what is the differences between the animal-based milk and also the PBMA. Okay, so we take the cow's milk and also the soy milk as an example, yeah. Okay, so in general, okay, cow's milk tend to have more calories and higher protein content than the soy milk. Okay, and then because cow's milk is from an animal-based milk, usually it has a higher fat content as the soy milk, and since the soy milk okay is from the plant base, okay, is typically contains the dietary fiber which the cow's milk doesn't have it. Yeah, and whereas for the calcium content, okay, cow's milk is generally higher content than the soy milk. Okay, next. Yeah, so okay, so anyone remember that? Okay, we have discussed the we have discussed the differences in the nutrient composition between the animal milk and also the plant made milk just now. Okay, so now let's talk about the hormone. Okay, anyone want to guess? Okay, like whether the animal based milk, okay, whether they do contain the hormone as well. Anyone want to have a guess? Okay, or do anyone of you get to recall like what I mentioned in the last Busting Cancer Nutrition Myth episode, which is about the soy milk? Okay, whether the PBMA or not, and also the animal-based milk, whether these two contain the hormone. Okay, you can type your answer inside the comment box. Yeah. Yeah, I get a comment from Esan. She mentioned that animal milk contain hormones. Okay, all right. And another one's from Calvin. He said yes. Okay. Yeah. So actually, okay, I will review the answer later. Okay. So actually, okay. For the PBMA, okay, actually I already reviewed the answer during our last episode. So for a PBMA, okay, it contains a plant hormone, okay, called phytoestrogen. Okay, yeah, and then it acts as an antioxidant and bind weakly to the human estrogen receptor and thus reduce the risk of breast cancer. Okay, so now how about the animal-based milk? Okay, does this animal-based milk okay contain the hormone as well? Okay, so actually, the answer is yes. Okay, they do contain a hormone which is called the milk IGF-1. In short form, we call its full name is called insulin-like growth factor. Okay, it's a hormone and it helps the function of it is help to promote the growth and development in the animal. Okay, so now will this IGF-1 affect the hormone dependent cancer, yeah, such as the breast cancer and also the prostate cancer? Okay, okay, anyone want to have a guess? Yeah, so does the hormone found in the milk increase the risk of cancer such as the prostate and breast cancer? Anyone want to guess? You can type your answer inside the comment box. Okay, yeah, it's from Esan. Yeah, she say yes. Okay, any more? Okay, I got a answer from Kausia. She say yes. Okay, so okay, I got another answer from Harvis. He say definitely no. Okay, two say yes and then one say no. Okay, so now it's time to review the oh, another one from Christina. She say yes. Okay, she thinks so. Okay, never mind. Okay, it's time to review the answer. Okay, so the answer actually is okay, not really, as there is no strong and consistent evidence to firmly establish a direct link between the hormones present in the milk and also an increased risk of either the prostate or breast cancer. This is because actually some studies they suggested that the hormone present in the milk, okay, such as the milk IGF-1, okay, will be destroyed during the process of the heat treatment to the milk, or it will be digested into the amino acid in the human gut once is enter our stomach. Yeah, so actually the answer is not really, as because there is no strong and consistent evidence to say that okay, the hormone can increase the can lead to the prostate or breast cancer. Okay, next. Okay, so how about this? If I have lactose intolerance due to the side effect of the chemotherapy, but I need to drink milk for the source of protein and calcium, what should I do? Okay, anyone have any idea? What do you think you can do? Okay, you have lactose intolerance, but you still need to get the milk for the protein and also the calcium. What you need to do? You may type your answer inside the chat box. Okay. So actually, when it comes to addressing the lactose intolerance issue, a simple solution is to opt for the lactose-free or the low lactose milk. Okay, this milk alternative offer a way to enjoy the essential nutrients found in the dairy milk without the discomfort or digestive issue that the lactose intolerance individuals may experience. So you still can enjoy the milk, but you have to choose for the lactose free or the low lactose milk. Okay, so now animal based milk or the PPMA, which one should I choose? Okay, anyone want to give your opinion? Because I mentioned just now, two seems like not bad, okay, because they are considered milk product. Okay, but just that one is animal based and then one is a PBMA. Okay, I got a comment from an answer from the Essen. She said plant based. Okay, okay, any more else? Boil the milk. Okay, what do you mean by boil the milk? Okay. Okay, I got a comment from Harvis. He said animal-based milk because of the IGF. So do you mean by okay, choose animal-based milk because of the IGF? Okay. I got another comment from Calvin Ng. He said depending on who is taking it. Okay. Yeah. And Kausaya say it's from the choose animal-based milk. Okay, so now it's time to review the answer. Okay, so actually the answer is both also can be taken. Yeah, both animal milk and the PBMA able to provide the source of protein and then the calcium and vitamin D. Okay, like I mentioned in the few slides before, I think the second or the third, yeah, the PBMA is suitable for the replacement of the animal milk for people with the health consequences such as the allergy and lactose intolerance, and people who are practicing for the vegetarian diet or the vegans. Okay, however, okay, since PBMA has various source, right? Okay, like the legumes, like the soy milk, oat milk, and then seed milk, sesame milk, yeah, a lot of the different sources. Okay, you need to choose it based on your needs. Okay, for example, like if you need a higher protein, you can go for the soy-based milk, okay, as compared to the rice milk and oat milk, which has a lower protein, because like the rice meal and also the oats meal, they are from the grains. Yeah, basically is from the carbohydrate. So they tend to have a lower protein as compared to the soy milk. Okay, and then the most important most importantly, okay, you have to choose the PBMA that is fortified with the calcium and vitamin D. Okay, so there are different types of the milk in the market. Okay, actually we can differentiate it into two types. Okay, the first one is based on the preparation method, and another one is based on the fat composition. So now let's take a look at the first one, which is the based on the preparation method. Okay, so for pasteurized milk, okay, is a milk that has undergone a heat treatment process to kill the harmful organism like the bacteria or the viruses without significantly, okay, altering its nutritional content or the taste. Okay, the process usually involve heating the milk, okay, to a specific temperature for a set period of time, and then followed by a rapid cooling. Yeah, and then the two common methods of the pasteurization include the holding method and also the high temperature short time method, or in short form we call it as a HIST. And it is usually stored under the refrigerator and has a short shelf life. Okay, next is the ultra high temperature milk. Okay, in a short form, usually we call it as UHT milk. Okay, and usually for this UHT milk, okay, it undergone a specific pasteurization process called ultra pasteurization. So in this process, the milk is heated to a high temperature for a very short duration, usually at least like 2 seconds. Okay, so after this rapid heating, okay, the milk is immediately cool, and then we will seal in sterile containers. So that's why, okay, you can see this UHT milk, okay, can be stored at the room temperature for several months, okay, without spoiling, and then making it, okay, convenient for the distribution and storage, especially like in places where the refrigeration is limited. Okay, and then we do also have the flavored milk. Okay, and actually it's made by adding the flavors such as the chocolate, the strawberry, and banana. Okay, now we also do have the chroma. Okay, yeah, to the milk, and then usually, okay, this kind of milk, I mean like the flavor milk, they do contains more sugar than the plain milk. Okay, and then next we do have this sweetened condensed milk. Yeah, actually this milk, okay, this one I think everyone very familiar with this. If like if we go to the mama store, you can get to see a lot of these kind of things. Yeah, so okay, so how this milk is made by? So it actually is made by, okay, evaporating the most of the water content from the regular cow's milk, and then adding the sugar to sweeten it. And then usually the texture is thick and very sweet, okay, due to the added sugar and giving it a rich and indulgent taste. Okay, however, due to its high sugar content and then the low nutrient content, so it's not considered as a milk product. Yeah, so for sweetened condensed milk, actually it's not a milk product. And for the next is the evaporated milk. Okay, or we also know it as unsweetened condensed milk, and it is made by removing part of the water contained from the regular cow's milk, and this reduction in water is achieved through a process of heating the milk, okay, to evaporate the excess water, and then leaving behind a thicker and then the more concentrated liquid. Okay, so usually unlike the sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk does not contain the sugar and then making it unsweetened. So usually for evaporated milk, usually people will use it as making a dessert or anything else. Yeah, and then last we do have this milk powder. Okay, milk powder is a milk product, okay, made by evaporating the moisture content from the milk to create a dry powder form. So this process usually involve removing about 90 to 95 percent of the water contained from the milk, and then leaving behind the milk solid. And this resulting the milk powder can have a longer shelf life than the liquid milk and is more convenient for the storage and transportation. Okay, just now I have shared about the first one is the preparation method. Based on the preparation method, okay, now is the second one, which is based on the milk fat composition. Okay, so usually, okay, full cream milk, okay, has a high fat content as in providing more than 3.25 gram of the fat per 100 ml, and due to its minimal processing. Whereas for the low fat milk, okay, because some of the fat is being removed during the processing, and that's why, okay, it's leaving no more than 1.5 gram of the fat per 100 ml. And then last is the non-fat, or we call it as a skim milk. Okay, so usually almost all the milk fat, okay, is being removed during the processing. So this milk, okay, only has less than 0.5 gram of the fat per 100 ml. Okay, next. Next. Next slide, please. Yeah. Okay, so if you need some ideas to include the milk in your diet, okay, so here are the tips that you could refer for. So a simpler way, okay, to incorporate the milk into your diet actually is by dipping the bread or the biscuit into it as a snack during the tea time or the breakfast also can. And then next, you can also use the milk, okay, to make the puddings or the ice cream. And then you can also have your cereals or overnight oats with the milk to make an easy breakfast. And if you like to eat fruits, okay, you can actually blend the fruit with the milk to make a smoothie. Yeah, the fruit smoothie. And then lastly, if you can even substitute the coconut milk with the milk in preparing the dishes such as the sweet porridge, yeah, to make it more healthier, because like for santan, they tend to have a high saturated fat, which we call it as a bad fat. Yeah, so now you can actually use the milk, okay, to substitute with the coconut milk. And based on the Malaysian dietary guidelines, or we call it as a MDG, actually is recommended to consume 1 to 2 servings of the milk or milk product daily. Yeah, so one serving means 250 ml of the milk, like which is 1 cup. So in a day, you can consume 1 to 2 cups of the milk in a day. So we will have a question and answer section coming up. Okay, so please write down your question about the milk in the comment section, because I will be answering your question soon. So we will give you some time to write down your question while we remind you about our upcoming topic for October. So before we go to the Q&A section, okay, so this is a reminder for all of you. Okay, join us this October, okay, this coming October, same time at 9 p.m. every first and third Tuesday of the month. And then next month, which is the October, we'll be busting the myth of the cheese. Yeah, cheese is Croc's favorite. Okay, to be honest, I like cheese very much also. But many people have often wonder, okay, whether cheese is linked to the cancer. So mark your calendar and join us on the October 3rd, 2023 at 9 p.m. on our Facebook and also YouTube live to discover the truth about the cheese consumption and how it affects our health. And also, do follow our social media for any updates about our live sections, our community outreach programs, and information about cancer. Okay, we are on all the main social media platforms, including the Instagram and TikTok. So follow us to not miss out any new updates. Okay, so now I will be erasing your question about the milk. So if you have any, okay, please write them down in the comment section below now. Okay. Alright, let's see if we have any question for today. Okay, we got one question from Calvin, and he said that the fat contained in the milk is good fat or the bad fat. Okay, so thank you, Calvin, for the question. So actually, inside the milk, right? Okay, they do contain the fat. Okay, they do have the I wouldn't say okay, it's all considered the bad fat because like the ratio actually is in a good ratio. Okay, meaning like 1:1. So what you need to think of, what you need to choose when you go for when you choose for the milk, right? You can actually opt for the low fat milk if you are very concerned about the fat content inside the milk. Yeah. Hope I answer your question. Okay, so I got another question from Hugh Jane. Okay, so is fresh milk good to be? Is fresh milk good to take daily? Okay, so thank you for the question. So actually, yes, fresh milk is good to take every day because like fresh milk they do is considered a milk as well, and then they do contain the protein and also like the vitamin D, calcium. Actually, and also based on the MDG, okay, like the Malaysian Dietary Guideline, it is recommended to take the milk like 1 to 2 cups in a day. Hope I answer your question. Okay, any more question? Okay, let's give another 30 seconds for anyone who may have any questions. So in the meantime, for inquiries about our services, our admin will address you directly in the comment section below during or after this live section. Okay, so I got another question from Christina, and then she asked, is there a difference drinking milk from the powder or liquid, from a tin or from the box? Okay, so thank you for the question. Okay, so actually both are considered the milk product. Okay, but if you want to say about the nutrient content, actually both are the same, just that the preparation method, okay, like I mentioned like the previous slide, okay, their preparation method is different. Okay, one is undergo a pasteurized, I mean like the liquid form from the box, like the fresh milk. It depends you are mentioning about the pasteurized milk or the UHT form or the flavored milk. Okay, whereas for the powder milk, I mean like the preparation method is different, but then the nutrient content actually is the same one. Okay, hope I answer your question. Okay, so I got another question for Esan. She asked, can I take specially formulated milk like the ensure or portion on my own decision, or do I have to see a dietitian first? Okay, so thank you for a question. Actually, this is a very good question, yeah. So, like the formulated milk, okay, especially formulated milk, usually, like the ensure or the brochure, usually we call this as ONS, meaning that oral nutrition supplement. Okay, in the short form, we call it ONS. Okay, I would say, okay, ensure, ensure go actually is considered complete and balanced milk powder, whereas the brochure is specifically designed for the cancer patient. So if you want to take this kind of the milk, or we call it as ONS, I would suggest you it's better to consult a dietitian first because you take this milk product, because like there are different types of these ONS, and they are specifically designed for different people. Like for example, if you don't have the cancer, okay, but you still go for the, but you take the brochure, so this one which is considered wrong. So I would suggest that if you really want to take this kind of the ONS or the milk powder, it's better to consult with a dietitian first. Okay. So okay, any more question? Okay, okay, seems okay. Seems like we have no more question. Okay, so now let's move on to recap like some key takeaway from today's. So, okay, first thing is, okay, milk is a good source of the protein, then vitamin D, vitamin B12, and calcium. And protein can help to build and maintain and repair the tissue cells, while the vitamin D and vitamin B12 help the body to support the bone health and form the red blood cells. And then calcium can help to regulate the balance between the bone formation and bone resorption. And second key takeaway is, okay, milk can be a source from the animals such as the cow and then the goat and sheep, or from plants as alternatives such as the grains, legumes, seed, and nuts milk. And there is no strong and consistent evidence to firmly establish a direct link between the hormones present in the milk and an increased risk of either the prostate or breast cancer. And if you are a cancer patient who is lactose intolerant, you can opt for the lactose-free or low lactose milk. And this milk actually alternative offer a way to enjoy the essential nutrients found in the dairy milk without the discomfort or digestive issue that the lactose intolerant individuals may experience. And the most important thing is to remember is that eating well is important in fighting against the cancer. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer or undergoing treatment, or is a survivor or a caretaker who needs help with dietary information, please do not hesitate to call our toll-free hotline at 1-800-88 and 1000. Since we started this live session, so we have discussed a wide range of food items such as the meat, rice, sugar, and soy. So now if you miss our previous session, so do not worry, because you can rewatch them on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. Okay, just simply go to the live section on our page and do share them to your family and friends so that they are able to get the right information on the food that we eat daily. So stay tuned for the upcoming topic. And again, thank you for joining us. And I'm Michelle from National Cancer Society Malaysia, wishing you a good night and thank you.